Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to do an inspection and an oil change on a 2018 Chevy Silverado in the shop. So first thing you want to do is make sure that you got the car racked properly. You want to make sure that you're on the correct lift points. So I'm going to grab my flashlight here and show you guys. Usually with a truck, you want to lift it from the frame. So you want to make sure that the rack lines up on the frame, just like that, on both sides. Usually there's like a problem with trucks, they're really heavy, and you can easily drop them if you don't rack them properly. So right now we're gonna check the brakes. You want to make sure that the brake pads are still good. They have a good amount of padding left. This one looks like it's got about 40% used. Nah, actually, I would say it's got 60% left. That's what I would say. So they're still good on these brake pads. We usually want to recommend new ones when they're at about 30%. These look like they still got like 60% left. So you want to check the rears. Let's see if those look like they got. Those look about the same, like 60%. Yeah, 60%. Alright, and then you wanna lift the car up a little bit more. Check the suspension. Check the links. Check the control arm. You wanna check the axles. Make sure they're not leaking. Usually, the axle boots will get like some kind of like cut on the boot, and all the grease will just fly out. And there's a tool that you can use just to replace the boot, but once the boot is open, it allows a lot of like debris and stuff to go inside, and it messes up the axle. So you're better off just replacing the axle. Even the boots cost like $60. So you want to make sure that all the suspension is good. You want to check to see everything's tight. Everything looks good so far. So now we're going to grab the 15mm socket to do the oil change. These Chevy Silverados, it's usually 15mm. You want to find the oil pan, and you want to find the drain plug. You want to grab the oil drain, put it underneath, and crack it loose. We're also going to want to go ahead and grab our oil filter pliers, so we could loosen that oil filter. Sometimes you can loosen them up by hand, but this one we're going to need the oil filter pliers. So we're going to go ahead and grab those real quick. We also want to make sure that we check which oil filter it is. We use usually Advanced Auto, so all of our oil filters are CarQuest. So usually match up with that number, 84502. So once we get that off, we're gonna go over to our oil filter rack, and we're gonna see. We're gonna grab one of the 84502s. Just want to crack it loose with the pliers, and then you can do the rest by hand. Usually, you loosen it up to a point where it drains most of the oil, because if you just pull it out, all of that oil is just gonna come shooting out right on you, or land in the floor. This is the oil filter rack. So we're gonna look for 84502. I found it. I'm gonna grab that and open it up and change the filter. Yeah, sorry about the camera movement and the angles. I'm just starting off, so I'm trying to figure out a way that I can work and take video at the same time. I'm not really used to that, so eventually I am gonna get a camera, like a proper video camera, so that I can record and use both my hands, because doing it like this isn't really easy, and it's more time consuming than anything. So, but you want to put the drain plug back on, just a couple threads or a few threads, and you want to tighten the rest with a ratchet or a wrench, whatever you have. Let the oil filter drain out completely, and then you want to put the new oil filter on. And you see, even after we let it drain, there's still a bunch of oil that came and shot out. So usually it makes a mess. You want to screw the new oil filter back on. You want to screw it on just until it's snug, and then you want to see. It's kind of difficult with just one hand and trying to record and making sure that I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, just tighten it up until it's snug, and then you want to tighten the rest with the oil filter pliers. And then we want to go ahead and tighten that drain plug properly. And then usually what I'll do after is I'll grab a can of brake cleaner and spray it over all of the excess oil or the residue that came off. Because once the customer takes their car out, they're gonna park it in their driveway, and they're gonna say that it's leaking, but it's not. It's just from when I change the oil, it's dripping from the frame, the subframe, or wherever it was that some oil got spilled, and now it's just leaking in their driveway. Usually customers don't like that, and usually if that happens, they come back and complain. So you want to make sure you clean off all the oil that got spilled. Like I said, I usually just grab brake cleaner, spray it over, and wipe it off with a towel. So you want to make sure you grab the proper oil fluid for the vehicle you're doing. This is Chevy Silverado 2018, so it uses OW20 full synthetic. Usually you want to put about 6.5 quarts on these trucks. So grab that funnel and start pouring in your oil, because you definitely don't want to spill it on the top, because then it's definitely gonna leak onto their driveway. Yes, you want to fill it up, and you want to check the dipstick and make sure that it's at its proper level. Dipstick's on the other side. So check the dipstick, make sure it's at its proper level, and it looks pretty good. I'm gonna put just a little bit more in there, just to make sure, And that's about it. There's about like half a quart left in that. So now we're gonna look at it again, make sure it's good. And it looks pretty good, so I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna grab one of the oil stickers after, write how much the mileage was. We're gonna add 5,000, that's when they should come back. And I'm gonna put it about 3 months out for the date. So we're gonna close it up. Close the hood. And you want to reset the oil filter or the oil life inside the car. Also, that's pretty simple to do. You just scroll through the vehicle settings on the dashboard, and you see where it says oil life. You hold down the check mark button, and it'll ask you if you want to reset it, and press reset, and it'll reset it to 100%. And that's pretty much it. That's how you do an oil change on a Chevy Silverado 2018 and an inspection. And that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up.